Hello
Hello,
everyone.
hi.
Hello, hello
Yeah.
sir. Good evening everyone. Today we have Mr. Shivam Jaiswal. He is a research scholar at IIT Delhi and he'll be facilitating the session. And I hope you guys are ready.
Yeah, thank you so much. So when should we start? In 5 minutes, or should we wait for others to join?
We can begin.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much for inviting me for this session. So let me share the slides.
We also have Mr. Mayank, who is also a research scholar at IIT Delhi. He'll also be facilitating this session along with Shivam. All the best everyone, and I hope you enjoy the session.
So can you see my screen, the full screen?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
Yeah, the proto play, I think it build it, deliver it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So let's just start. So today, this interaction will be on prototypes and prototyping, and mostly it will be interactive. So I'm going to ask many questions to all of you. So let's start with one. Just it's not. Okay, it is. So let me start with something useful. Have you ever built something from scratch? I'm talking to all the students. Join me. Hello. Okay. So I think one can seek if they have done something, they have built something from scratch, so that it will be more interactive so one can unmute your mic and can discuss.
I have
Oh,
allowed everyone permission to unmute.
sir, sir, I've tried to make stuff from scratch, but when it comes to like original ideas, it always stays in like the thinking process.
I see. So what did you create or what did you make?
I like to make stuff, but like it's my like, but the problem is that I always like them as ideas. It's very difficult for me to bring them into reality.
I
Sir, I
see.
built
Okay.
a periscope a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So what
I
did
So
you
also
find
like
recently,
after?
I also like building
so
stuff. I usually don't
so
have the confidence.
recently,
Mm-hmm.
I
so
also usually
recently, I built a Minecraft sword.
Okay. So we will go one by one. So what did you find? If I start with, so let's say you have built something. So what did you find from this? Anyone can say.
Like, so we found some flaws in our old model and then we can improve it in our next.
Okay. Anyone else?
Sir, uh, good evening, sir. Sir,
Good
like
evening.
I created landfalling robots from scratch, and
Mm-hmm.
in implementing those codes and all, uh, it was implementation was a great problem.
I see.
Excuse me, sir.
And if I ask, yeah, yeah, sure.
So actually, I had made a project called as a cleaner start in which I researched on how plants would grow in the absence of gravity. So the
Okay.
main so the main problems I faced were like selecting the right seed and giving it enough time to germinate. That is the major
I
problems I faced.
okay. And how did you start?
So in the basic version, I first used a petri dish to monitor the
Mm-hmm.
plant growth and germination rate.
I see.
And then in a
I see.
further in the like the improved version, I used an actual potted plant to
Mm-hmm.
see the result, like check the results.
Okay. I see. So is there anyone who has made something from, let's say, cardboard or let's say foam or any
Sure,
materials?
Mayank. So actually,
Sir, I
I
have.
didn't. Hello.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sir, I didn't directly made it, but actually there is one, there was startup nearby my house. So actually they were
Mm-hmm.
collecting distillery bottles that we have.
I see.
So yeah,
I see.
I delivered them around four gunny bags of distillery bottles that I have and other bottles, and with some
Mm-hmm.
few, nominal cost, they delivered me a chair. So
I
I
see.
indirectly I made it, and for directly, if I would say, so actually there is whenever my family goes to grocery, so they every month
Mm-hmm.
they have 5 liter or 10 liter plastic bottles along with that, जो mustard oil का होता
I
है.
see.
So actually what I
Mm-hmm.
did is I find a unique way to make it a a pot, जो pot होता है.
Mm-hmm.
I made it and I also gave it to my friends, and that was very unique.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Anyone else?
So,
Sir, for
so, so when I was like 9, 10 years old, I used to,
Mm-hmm.
watch YouTube videos and make, a gun or like a robotic arm, from cardboard and all.
Okay. And how did you start? Like, what was the motivation behind it?
Sir, I just found it really, fun and like very cool. Like
Mm-hmm.
I loved like when I'm, used a hot glue gun and all.
Mm-hmm. I see. Anyone
So
else?
recently I also made a robot. So can I show?
Okay. No, we will discuss it later. Matlab, just I wanted to know your perspective. We can go with another students.
So
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 if
I
somebody
guess
wants to
sir,
share,
I built a cryptex out of cardboard. And
mm-hmm.
yeah,
And
I'd
then
like
what did you find?
so around the time I built it, before that I had
Mm-hmm.
watched the Da Vinci Code, and at that point of time, it had really fascinated me. So I had wanted
I,
to build it, and I tried it with cardboard.
so
I
I
see.
made a
Okay.
wind turbine out of 3D. I 3D printed a wind turbine.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Okay.
I in 10th grade I came up with a project and I 3D printed a wind turbine.
Okay. So these are like some projects, I would say. Okay. So now I will try to understand other aspects of the thing. Has anyone like fixed something at home, like a specific collecting some raw materials and something like that, and created something like that?
So, like, I made a quiz, a game like a chase maze as in
Mm-hmm.
third class from scratch
Mm-hmm.
up.
Okay, what was the purpose? Why did you do this? Well, some motivation would be there, right? So what was your motivation?
सर मैंने
Like,
इन
there
हीटर
was a competition.
Okay, I see. Okay.
सर मैंने
Sir, I
एक
made a
हीटर
game
बनाया
for
था.
like sustainable
Mm-hmm.
development goals for a competition in ninth grade.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay.
सर
So from
सर
these,
मैंने भी हीटर
yeah,
बनाया था
please,
सर.
yeah.
सर मैंने एक
Okay.
हीटर बनाया था काफी टाइम पहले. उसमें
Mm-hmm.
मतलब एक बॉक्स लेके उसमें मैंने बल्ब लगा दिया था एंड
Mm-hmm.
एक छोटा सा फैन लगा दिया तो बल्ब भी हीट जनरेट कर रहा था जो 100 वाट वाला होता है येलो वाला बल्ब.
Mm-hmm.
उसमें फैन लगा के फिर वो हीटर की तरह काम कर रहा था.
ठीक है. So did you
And
face any
sir,
challenges while developing this, outcome or prototype or object, you could say?
लाइक उसमें जैसे पंखा काफी छोटा था तो मतलब ज्यादा हवा नहीं आ पा रही थी.
Mm-hmm.
और फिर जो मेरा बॉक्स था जैसे कागज का था तो वो भी काफी ज्यादा हीट हो जा रहा था.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही थी बस.
I
Sir,
see.
can we change the project?
What project?
Like, the project we have to make.
So I think the concerned person will tell you more about this suspect. Okay, like, are you allowed to change the project or not? So here I will basically we'll talk about prototypes and prototyping. So we'll discuss at the end of this session.
सर मैंने एक
sir,
वाटर
I
पावर
once
प्लांट बनाया
developed
था
the idea
तो
of a
वो
miniature electrostatic precipitator.
Say it again.
I once developed the idea of
Okay.
a miniature electrostatic precipitator.
Yeah, it's a good idea. So, what do you want to know about this?
I was just telling.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. So from this interaction, we have realized
Sir,
कि most of you, yeah, please.
uh, sir, do you know about F1 in schools?
Yeah, I do know.
So I took part in that competition once and I designed my
Okay.
own car and they had it CNC'd for me.
Oh, I see. Great, great, nice.
Sir, I also was a
So,
part of F1
hmm,
in schools.
I see.
Uh,
Okay.
I went till national level.
Right. So when did you when did you participate?
So last year and last to last year also 2 times I participated. And
I
once
see.
I also, sir, actually I once won a best engineered car award also at national.
Okay. So we'll move ahead. So whatever we have discussed till now, right? So most of you have built something, right? Something from, any material, like it could be cardboard, it could be foam, to test our different ideas, right? Whatever we had discussed as of now. So now we'll move to the another aspect of the life. So hope all of you know product designing. Yes or no? Are you aware of product design?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what do we do? Like, if we are going to design a product, what are the ways to experience a product you are designing? Do you have any answers, or should we move ahead?
CAD modeling,
So
making
there
a CAD
are
model.
five
Okay,
steps. So there are 5 steps to product designing, right? Emphasize and
okay,
define, ideate and prototype, and the last one is I think test.
right. Test, yeah. So like how to design a product, what are the phases to come up with a new product, right? So still, if I ask you, what are the ways to experience a product you are designing? So these are some ways. Let me complete. You can visualize it, you can touch the product, you can try it, right? Let's say we are designing a mobile phone. Okay, then how are you going to experience it? First of all, we will create a model, let's say CAD model. Okay, or let's say model based on cardboard. We are going to interact with this cardboard based model, we are going to test some of the features of the mobile phone, right? So these are some ways to experience a product we are designing, and in this case we are talking about a mobile phone. Okay, so how is it possible, right? So with the help of prototypes, we can do these things. We can interact with our ideas, we can interact with the materials, we can interact with all the features we are going to come up with for a product. If I talk about a mobile phone only. Okay, so in today's lecture, basically, we are going to talk about prototypes and prototyping. So as of now, we have talked about, okay, we have built something from scratch. We have used different materials and all. Now we'll go to discuss some formal definitions and all. कि like ठीक है, prototype क्या होता है? What do you mean by prototype? Okay, so before that, I would say a prototype is a word. Okay, and it can be used as a noun and a verb and an adjective. So when I say prototype can be used as a noun, so you can see this example. The designers developed a prototype of the new car. Here you can see this is the example of a prototype which like developed by designers. So this is the example of like prototype can be used as a noun. And if I talk about a verb, so the team will prototype several design concepts before finalizing the product. So here we are talking about the verb, we are talking about the process. Okay. And if I talk about the another example, the company showcased its prototype car at the at the exhibition. So here you can see we are talking about the adjective. So in this example, you can see we can use this the term prototype in three different conditions. Okay. Any doubt till here?
No, sir.
Any doubt? Okay. So now we'll talk about what is a prototype. So basically, prototype is a rough model of an idea to test it. Do you know what is an idea? Anyone?
Sir, our proposed solution.
Okay.
Sir,
Apart from this,
So the initial solution, the initial model of a solution.
right?
sir,
Anyone else?
a thought process
Hmm.
or a rough idea which can be used to solve a specific problem.
ठीक है. Sounds good. Then
Sir,
anyone else?
an intervention that can be used to change the current situation to our desired situation.
Okay, seems fine. Fine. So basically, these are, let's say we are solving a problem. Just now you said, like, how are we going to convert undesirable situation to, let's say, less undesirable situation? So for that, we develop some ideas, right? So how are we going to test these ideas? Are they working or not? So for that purpose only, we use a prototype. So prototype is as I said, a rough model of an idea to test it, right? So this is the basic definition you could say to tell, okay, prototype is a something which for which we can test our ideas, and it could be a physical prototype, it could be a virtual prototype. We'll discuss in more detail. Now I am talking about this definition so that we can test other aspects of their design like fit, form, functionality. So when I say functionality, I mean to say how does it work. Let's say I'm developing a mobile phone. Okay, our main task is to call somebody, right? And we have developed a prototype, but we are not able to call somebody. Then we will say, okay, it is not working. The functionality is not, this prototype is not fulfilling its functionality. Okay, what could be the form? What would be the size of the mobile phone? What would be the shape of the mobile phone? So like that, we test all these features of a design with the help of a prototype. Okay, and it could be physical. When I say physical, it could be made of, let's say, cardboard. It could be made of, let's say, foam as well, right? And when I say prototyping, so prototyping is the process to develop a prototype. यहाँ पे we are saying prototype is the representation of the idea, and when we say prototyping, is it the process to create a prototype? Okay. So do you have any doubts still here कि prototype क्या है and prototyping क्या है? No doubts? Yes or no? One or two students can say, and then I can move. Actually, I'm not able to see the Zoom wala screens. That's why I'm not able to see all the text and all.
No, sir, no
All
doubts.
clear.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
ठीक है. So why do we develop a prototype? So again, I would ask you all, why do we develop a prototype? Some of you already answered this, but still.
Sir, to
To get
test
a better
test
idea
our
of
idea
how the
because
solution will
it
look
is
and
not
work like.
always it is
Okay.
not always possible to test it using the
Design a
final solution.
solution.
Else we'll waste a lot of resources and time.
So to
I
give
see.
a physical
Okay.
form to our imagination.
Correct. Okay.
Sir,
Apart from
So to
else,
try,
sir, if we
to try
build a
the basic
flawed
features.
solution with the
mm-hmm.
perfect form, fit, and functions, then we will
Okay.
not able to then we will not able to recover back the resources we have spent if it does not work in a particular little defect section. So we
I
build a
see.
prototype to test all the sections and see if the direction that we are going towards is
Mm-hmm.
good or not.
Correct. Right. Anyone else?
So prototype is basically a small, I mean, example of what we want to launch, and we make it
Mm-hmm.
test it so that if there is any flaw, we can make it up to and improve it according to the desired solution without before launching it into the market.
Correct. So more or less, you guys are absolutely telling going in the right direction. So we do develop prototypes for these purposes. First, we try to test our ideas. Okay, we have developed some concepts or ideas using sketches and all, but is it going to work or not? Right. So with the help of prototype, our prototype or prototypes, okay, it could be more than a single prototype. We test our ideas already covered by you all. We try to find mistakes, whatever the mistakes we are doing right now. Maybe we can save some time, we can save some cost, resources, materials, right? We can save some manpower and other aspects as well. Also, we can improve the designs. Just now, somebody has mentioned, okay, we might found some we might find some limitation of the existing design. So with the help of the prototype, we can improve it. ओके ठीक है ये ऐसे काम नहीं कर रहा हम इसे ऐसे चेंज करेंगे so that it will start working it will we can test all the other features like again fit form functionality right one of the main features of the prototype is like we can also communicate our ideas with others let's say showing we will demonstrate a model to our colleagues instead of explaining with our words and all so it becomes quite clear and easy to explain our ideas. Let's say with the help of a few words, it won't be easy to communicate. But if we use a prototype, let's say made of cardboard, it will be quite easy to communicate, right? So these are some purposes. Like for these purposes, we do develop a prototype or n number of prototypes. Okay. So these are again, I will repeat a few things. These are some common purposes of prototypes, like to explore design space. I mean to say, with the help of a prototype, you can explore more ideas. I will give you a prototype. So when you use this prototype, you will be able to generate more ideas, which was not there. Okay. Also, already covered, we can test fit, form, and functionality, and also we can improve after identifying all the limitations of the current design. We can integrate all the subsystems. This is the example of the fit only. Let's say there are 5 subsystems of a mobile phone only, like motherboard, charging slot, and all. We can combine these subsystems into a single, you could say, mobile phone, and we can see, okay, is it working or not? So that's the purpose of developing a prototype. Okay. Again, already covered communication to share our design ideas with others. ओके दिस इज माय आइडियाज मेरा डिजाइन ऐसा है मैं ऐसे प्रोटोटाइप बनाऊंगा और आप लोगों को कम्युनिकेट करूंगा कि ठीक है दीज आर सम बटन्स देयर विल बी सम फीचर्स सम फंक्शंस we are allowing users to call somebody text somebody so these are some features so that we can test with the help of the prototype and is there any doubt till now
No, sir.
okay
No, sir.
so right. So one of you have talked about empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. So this is one of the design thinking framework, like one of the frameworks to develop a product. Okay. So when I say prototype, so as you can see, prototype is or prototyping is one of the important activities of new product development process. So if I talk about this example, Dyson, have you heard about Dyson?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
लाइक डाइसन के हेयर ड्रायर होता है वैक्यूम क्लीनर होता है राइट सो उन्होंने भी दे हैव क्रिएटेड सी यू कैन सी उन्होंने भी दे हैव क्रिएटेड 5127 prototypes that's the importance of coming up with prototypes so they have started with one prototype they have keep testing all their features and all is it working or not are we able to comfortably use it or not are we able to interact with all the buttons and all so like that they have tested all these features of a design and finally at the end of after developing 5127 prototypes finally they have come up with the final product so that's the importance of developing prototypes you can see so again, see, they have started with let's say cardboard only. They have tried to test some features. You can see what would be the size of this vacuum cleaner. How are we going to hold it, right? So these aspects can be tested with the prototype, but we cannot test with ideas, right? Ideas हम sketch बना दिए मान लो, or even if we are verbally communicating, we cannot test, right? So that's why we do develop prototypes. हम यहाँ पे test कर पा रहे हैं. यहाँ पे आप देख पा रहे होगा we can test other features as well like we have incorporated all the electronics buttons switches even we are using microcontrollers to control this cleaner right vacuum cleaner so that
So
we'll be
is
able
it
to
a
see
vacuum
अच्छा
cleaner?
ये काम कर रहा है yeah this is the example of vacuum cleaner only and these are prototypes not the final product okay ठीक है
Okay, sir.
So obviously prototypes helps designers getting closer to a finished design. As I said you, let's say we have to test 10 features. मान लो हमारे design में we do have n number of features. So how are you going to test, or how are you going to fulfill all those features? So with the help of these, or with the help of a prototype, we can okay come to know, okay ठीक है, is it working, इसका safe ये size ये है, and then we can come up with the final outcome. Definitely it allows us to reduce design risk. I mean to say, we can save time, we can save costs, resources, so that finally it will reduce all the risk we are going to face afterward. As I already covered, prototypes also help to explore, evaluate, and develop more ideas. Explore means I will give you a prototype. You can keep, kind of it will work as a stimuli. It will help you to, think more ideas, and you can test. Then again, you can test the ideas with the help of this prototype, and finally, you can develop the outcome. Prototypes help designers to make key design decisions. I mean to say, key design decision means like you have to test three features of a design. So at this stage, you will be able to know, okay, what are the errors? How can we improve these errors? How to mitigate these errors? So with the help of prototypes, we can do these things. And finally, we can come up with high quality products, and with, you could say, with very less time and resources. Okay. So basically it provides an efficient product development process if we use prototyping in our product development process. So again, if I talk about principles, you can prototype anything. Anything means products, services. If I say products, these are examples of products like shoes, hair dryer, or anything like water bottle, mouse, keyboard. Services could be Ola, Uber services, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video. Do you have any more examples? Can somebody give me an example of services?
Sir, Snappit.
Education, sir,
Sir,
education,
counseling
PWI,
experience, like it.
Transportation,
Okay, so let me
civil
ask
and
you one thing.
tourism,
Okay, so give me
Banking.
Swiggy,
example of a
Zomato.
So
okay, right.
softwares.
Okay. So give me example of a prototype for developing services. कि आपने जैसे
So it could be an
सर्विस बनाना,
experience.
हाँ. हम्म.
It could be
Online
an
websites.
experience
AI,
form.
AI,
Okay.
AI
Yeah,
Okay.
services.
So
Any
let's say
application?
I'm develop. Hmm. Hmm. So let me complete. So let's say I'm developing a food delivery app. Okay. स्विगी बना रहा हूँ, ठीक है. So what will be the prototype? उसमें prototype क्या होगा?
ऐप होगा
Can
सर,
somebody ऐप
स्मॉल
होगा? Okay.
स्केल ऐप
So
विथ
app
Hmm.
कॉमर्स.
interface होगा.
Okay.
User interface.
And how?
sir, logistics
Okay.
prototyping.
basic app,
Okay.
AI
And how
system.
are we going?
So
Hmm.
user behavior.
so so basically we are
salary.
first set up a small community of people who will test it before
Hmm.
real testing.
Hmm. ठीक है. So you are getting like the purpose of asking these questions so that I will be able to know. Okay, you guys are able to understand what do you mean by a prototype. Okay, and you guys are able to understand. Okay, कि ये सर्विस है तो ऐसे हम प्रोटोटाइप बनाएंगे. Now my next point is, आपने बोला कि ऐप बनाएंगे फॉर स्विगी के लिए, थोड़ा सा कम डिटेल वाला. हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू डेवलप? Do you know about any software? I am going to cover these, but still.
Um, like VS Code
So
can
Coding,
be used, but
सर
essentially,
एपीआई
like in
जावा.
today's time,
Okay.
AI can be used to do that.
Okay. Then what's the point of designers like us? We will use AI only.
सर हम प्रोडक्ट को मार्केटिंग और पब्लिक स्पेसेस में रिलीज कर सकते हैं, फिर देन जो फीडबैक होगा
Okay.
उसके बेसिस पे हम अपने प्रोडक्ट
Hmm.
को, प्रोटोटाइप को और आगे डिजाइन कर सकते हैं. जैसे लिनक्स एंड ओपन सोर्सेज जो होते हैं वो ऐसे ही वर्क करते हैं.
ठीक है. ठीक है. Sounds
सर
good.
हमारे पास
Okay.
सर अगर हम बेसिकली अगर कहीं से वेबसाइट बना लेते हैं एआई से, तो हमें स्टार्टिंग से
Hmm.
शुरू करने की जरूरत नहीं है. हमारे पास पहले से ही एक बेस होगा जिससे हम
Hmm.
जिसके ऊपर हम एक फाउंडेशन के साथ एक बिल्डिंग खड़ी कर सकते हैं.
Okay. ठीक है. ठीक है. So
We can
my
use
point is,
we
yeah,
can use
please, yeah.
MIT App Inventor.
Okay. So you guys are knowing, some apps as well, some tools as well, right? To come up with a prototype. So, okay, good. So moving to the next part. So as I said, we can prototype anything, right? It could be a product, it could be service, right? We can also prototype anything at various levels of fidelity. So when I say levels of fidelity, it means degree of accuracy and detail. कि आप जो प्रोटोटाइप बना रहे हैं वो कितना डिटेल्ड है, आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो. दिस इज द एग्जांपल ऑफ ए digital mobile app, right? So this is a prototype. Here you can see this is like, with minimal detail and refinement. You are having limited functionality with this, and with the help of, like, it is like quite easy to create, right? When you see this prototype, medium fidelity, or if I talk about this high fidelity, okay, you can see, high level of details, refinement. You can see, more features, more functionality. Users will be able to interact it more, in a friendly way, right? And even visual designs are like closely matches to the final product. So this is the example of different fidelity. So are you able to understand this part, like what do you mean by different fidelity of prototypes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
लो फिडेलिटी
Yeah.
क्या होता है, फिडेलिटी क्या होता है, क्लियर? Okay,
Yes.
so tell me, okay, so this is the example of a low fidelity, ठीक है? ये हम बनाए हैं to develop a mobile app, right? So are we able to test all the features with this prototype?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No,
It
sir.
is just
Why?
a visual appearance of the prototype. It is like how the prototype
Okay,
would
right.
look, but not
Mhm.
considering how it will work.
करेक्ट, ये मतलब लेआउट बताया, लेकिन आप यहाँ पे कोडिंग नहीं किए, बैकएंड नहीं किए, राइट? सो यू आर नॉट एबल टू इंटरेक्ट विद इट, कि आप बटन क्लिक करेंगे तो नेक्स्ट ये ऑप्शन आएगा, राइट? दिस इज जस्ट लाइक ए लेआउट ऑफ द ऐप. बट इफ यू सी हियर ना, इट इज लाइक closer to the final product, all the back end, front end. Back end means all the coding and all to develop an app. ये सब यहाँ पे कर लिया गया, so that you will be able to interact it. You will be able to do all the activity, and you can test, right? So that's the difference between low and high fidelity. So you are right, low fidelity से हम सब कुछ test नहीं कर सकते, but high से we can do most of things, right? So that's the difference. So this is the example of the physical prototype. We have seen the example of the digital product. This is the example, and this is the example of the physical product. Okay, this is a padlock. तो आप लोग मुझे बताओगे कि why did we develop this prototype? Why can't we go with this first prototype only cardboard based?
So that is done to check the
Yes,
strength as well as the
padlock is
quality of the lock.
Please, one by one, yeah.
So the first product is best, but
padlock.
it is the
Mhm.
padlock is made of cardboard, which decreases the strength, and the second one
Okay,
is
yeah, please continue.
so the second one is made of
Mhm.
some kind of layers
Laser.
of
Uh,
polywood, which is also good, but it is not good for strength. And the third padlock, which is better than the both of those products, but it is not enough. It has not enough strength to take a hammer. The last one is
right.
a
So
refined and high quality product.
right. So basically, you can see with the example of this first one, okay. So maybe here you can see the mechanism of the lock. कि ठीक है. If you do it, if you rotate it like from left to right, right or top to bottom, so okay, you'll be able to lock or unlock the lock, right? But you won't be able to see the safe inside. See, it is like quite thin. Okay, real padlock doesn't look like this. But in case of, let's say, this one, the last one. See, here you can see all the you can test most of the features. Even you can see the mechanism of this lock, how is it going to work. Okay, you will be able to see the durability. As you said, one of you said, like, in case of the cardboard, we cannot test the durability. Is it durable for a longer period of time or not? But in case of this CNC builder, this is one of the tools to create a prototype, CNC. So here you can see, okay, यहाँ पे हम durability for a longer period we can use this lock, right? So that's the pros and cons of coming up different prototypes. Again, we can start with low fidelity to test some features. अगर हम success होते हैं, then we'll go to the another prototype. If we don't get succeed, तो हम इसे improve करते हैं, फिर we will go with the another prototype. So that's the benefit of coming up with different fidelities of prototypes. So hope all of you are getting these points. What do you mean by different fidelities of prototypes? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Okay.
can
All
you
right.
repeat the first point, please?
Sure. So yeah, in this prototype, let's say we cannot test all the features, right? We are using some low cost material like cardboard to test some of the features like mechanism of the lock, okay, but we cannot test other features like durability, okay. Cardboard say we cannot test durability, but we need something which can be used for a longer period of time. That's why once we test the mechanism of this lock, we'll go to the another prototype which is made of, let's say, laser cut plywood. Here we will be able to test the durability as well. So that's the difference between these two prototypes, कि हम थोड़ा थोड़ा डिटेल्स बढ़ाते हैं, उनके फीचर्स बढ़ाते हैं, and we try to test features of the design. Features could be durability, size, shape, functionality, comfort, ease of use. So these are some features. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. And there's someone who created this from the cardboard. So as soon
Hmm.
as he,
Hmm.
moved forward to the further stages, he encountered the mistakes and the problems and drawbacks to it, limitations, and he fixed it. And that's why he reached to
Hmm.
the next stage.
करेक्ट. सो वी स्टार्ट विथ समथिंग लॉ cost material. कि अगर हम पहले ही काफी इन्वेस्ट कर लेंगे ना, कि लाइक सीएनसी मशीन्स एंड ऑल, सो इट विल बी लाइक नॉट वैल्यू फॉर मनी. वो काफी एक्सपेंसिव हो जाएगा ड्यूरिंग प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट प्रोसेस. दैट्स व्हाई वी स्टार्ट विथ समथिंग easy to create. And if we are moving forward, then we'll go with the final product like that we do. So you have correctly said this part. Now moving to the another part. Prototypes can be represented in any mediums. When I say mediums, it could be virtual. One of you said about CAD model. So this is the example of a rendered CAD model. You can see this is not this is not a physical prototype. So, and if you see the right side, this is a physical prototype of the hair dryer made of cardboard. So my point is we can create a virtual prototype as well and physical prototype. And obviously these prototypes have some features, pros and cons. Let's say in this case we can interact with this physical prototype, unlike this virtual prototype. But see, with with some cost and all, we can see this prototype look like the final product. Unlike this, इसको अगर हम फाइनल बनाने जाएंगे, we have to spend more time, more cost. So before doing this, we come up with a virtual prototype to see the look कि कैसा दिखेगा वो, right? So that's the benefit of coming up with a virtual prototype before physical prototype. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, this is the example of digital app. वहाँ पे हमने we have talked about a physical product. This is the example of a physical product, and this is the example of a digital product. Basically, a mobile app. So again, this is virtual prototype made of Figma. Are you aware of Figma? Figma, Adobe Illustration, and all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so right, so Figma में हम we do develop digital prototypes, digital screens and all to test again to test first to create a prototype and test our ideas, right? And this is an example of a physical prototype of a digital product, right? ठीक है. So already we have covered these points because we have to cover something more. So I will skip these points. We have talked about these. Okay, we do develop prototypes for multiple purposes. We need to consider, you know, all the features while developing prototypes. Like we need to talk about what are the user needs and requirements, what are the business and market success. One of you have talked about these points. What would be the technical and practical possibility? Like, okay, we are developing a prototype, is it feasible to develop or not? Okay, let's say हम cardboard से बना रहे हैं, it seems like a feasible. Okay, it seems like okay, we can develop this prototype. So these are some points, and definitely prototypes help me or help us to learn and how to improve our ideas. And finally we can enable communication, we can inform all the decision we are taking while developing a product. So these are some points we have noted or we have jotted for this interaction, already covered in our previous interactions. Okay, so my next question for all of you: what stops people from prototyping? Do you have any answers?
Sir, people are
Maybe
afraid in
fun.
taking the first big step between idea and action.
Okay,
Sir, too
So
many
anything
making a,
else?
efforts.
pro- making
Hmm.
a prototype can be even difficult if your project is very large. Like even making a basic version could be
Mm,
very difficult.
could be. Okay,
They
okay.
don't have enough funds.
Or something
Correct.
that
Okay.
requires
The
a large
lack of
scale process,
imagination.
which requires
Okay.
large database and cannot be scaled down to one pilot project.
Right. So, so I have written these points. You do know more than me. So I have to note all of these. So there could be many reasons, right? Like it could be fear of failure, fear of not being perfect. Somebody has talked about resources, right? Cost ज़्यादा लग जाएगा and all. Fear of judgment from others. Okay, कि ठीक है, we are developing a prototype. What will other think about it? So lack of knowledge about prototyping tools and methods. Okay, as of now in this lecture also we have talked about okay, what is a prototype? What are the purposes? I mean to say, why do we need these prototypes? But again, we don't know how to develop a prototype. So this is some of the limitations which stops people from prototyping. So now we'll cover the prototyping tools and all. अच्छा ठीक है, हमें पता चला कि why do we develop a prototype? What are the different purposes? क्यों हम बनाते हैं? To test ideas and all. And but बनाएंगे कैसे? ठीक है? So now we'll talk about different tools and materials to create a prototype. ठीक है? So I will play some videos for all of you. We'll see. Okay, these are some prototyping tools and materials. Again, this list is not at all exhaustive. This is just an example. We will cover 2 to 3 prototyping tools. Okay. So let me play this. Till now, is there any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
ठीक
sir.
है? ठीक है.
No, sir.
So let me play the video. Hope you will be able to see it. And I don't know about the sound. We'll check it. Video. Just give me some. ये वीडियो दिख रहा है आप लोग को यूट्यूब स्क्रीन?
ये सर स्क्रीन विजुअल है, वीडियो नहीं है.
अच्छा, what about now? I think yes.
हाँ हाँ, यस
Yes,
यस.
sir, now it's
Yes,
visible.
sir, it's visible.
ठीक
Yes,
है.
sir.
So
It's a
yeah, thank you. So this is an example of a paper prototype. Okay, may I will play the video, and now I will ask you like why did we create this prototype? Okay, so basically to understand. Okay, you guys are able to understand. Okay, so let me play. Are you able to see the video? No. Okay. So for
no,
me it's
sir. The
playing,
video is
but I don't know
lagging.
why for you guys.
सर स्टार्ट तो हो गया वैसे.
Yes,
Okay.
sir, it started, but we can't hear the
अच्छा
audio
start हो
properly.
गया ना?
और
ठीक है.
ऑडियो शेयर करना है बस.
Okay. So let me play the video. I cannot help anything on this because online interaction में limitations हो जाते हैं. ठीक है. So let me play. Please go through the video. We'll discuss it. ठीक है. So was it audible or not?
No, sir, no audio.
It wasn't audible.
There was
Acha,
no
but have you gone through the video?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why did we create this app? Why this
The
is
prototype.
okay. So what was the purpose? Did you understand?
Yes, sir. To tell the features of the app that
Okay.
it will
So
consist.
basically, we have developed the screens. Yeah. Yeah. Please continue.
Screen interface.
Right. To
How
see
would the
multiple
brief screen
screens
look
of
like?
the app. Yeah. And how are we going to interact with different screens? What would be the interaction? If I click on this button, then what will be the next screen, right? So this was the purpose of this prototype. Here we have used paper prototype. We can use Figma and other software to come up with the digital prototype. Okay. So this is one of the example. I will quickly show you the another example. Okay. And I'm going to share these slides with you. You can play the video. If you get any doubts later as well, I will be happy to answer. Okay. So let me at least play this. Okay. So this is the example of a home prototype.
Excuse me, sir, if you could go on Zoom and share the uh,
Okay.
computer audio, share computer audio on Zoom. An option is there to share the computer audio. Yeah, so like
Okay. Let
in the
me.
green section where you are sharing the screen, सर जो ऊपर जो
Okay.
यू आर स्क्रीन शेयरिंग जो उसमें लिखा हुआ आ रहा है उसके अंदर एक
हाँ.
ऑप्शन आपको शो होगा कि शेयर कंप्यूटर ऑडियो.
Okay. Let me. Okay. Let me reshare. Okay. I'm not able to see. My
सर इसी में जो ग्रीन सेक्शन में यू आर स्क्रीन
Hmm.
शेयरिंग लिखा हुआ आ रहा है इसमें जो थ्री.
Okay.
यस. ओ
But
नो,
in a
देयर इज नो
this
ऑप्शन.
option is not there.
सर जो
Right.
ऑडियो का
Right.
ऑप्शन आता है वो जैसे मैंने भी देखा है वो उसमें आता है जैसे आप अभी स्क्रीन शेयर करेंगे सो इट विल आस्क फॉर टैब्स.
Hmm.
तो जब आप टैब्स वाले ऑप्शन में देखेंगे तो नीचे आएगा शेयर कंप्यूटर ऑडियो उसे जैसे ही क्लिक करेंगे तो आएगा. जैसे
Okay. Let me
शेयर करते
re
समय व्हेन यू सेलेक्ट द स्क्रीन और द टैब टू शो अप.
let me retry. Share. So I'm able to see some options like allow to share window, allow to share a screen. So I'm going with allow to share a screen. And if I see there, I'm not able to see any options allowing me, like asking me to share audio. I don't know why, but this is the case.
Sir, maybe you can share the link with some other host and they can play the video.
Sure. Would be great and helpful for me.
So you could share the
I'm
Yes,
link
sir,
with
if
just
us
you
and
could
we'll talk.
share, if you can share the, if you can share the link with me, I can play it, sir. I'm Aniket here.
Yeah, so
And
I have shared in
yes,
the group. Please
yeah,
do play the video.
yes,
So basically, I have to play
yes.
some videos. This is my last part only. Just play these videos and we'll wrap up or we'll go with the Manx content. Yeah.
Sure. I think it.
ठीक है, thank you. So let me stop sharing my screen if I'm already doing. Okay, so all right. So in this video, we have seen about the prototype made of form, right? क्या इसमें हम सच में फोटो क्लिक कर पाएंगे?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Why? हाँ मतलब नहीं. So is this a limitation or not?
Yes,
I
sir.
think no,
It's a
because the
No, sir.
purpose of that foam
As a
model was just to
prototype,
give
no.
a prototype, yeah, like the
Right.
design of
So
it.
right. So Frank, I would say this is a limitation कि हम ये फॉर्म वाले प्रोटोटाइप से तो ऑब्वियसली नहीं टेस्ट कर पाएंगे कि आर वी एबल टू कैप्चर द पिक्चर और नॉट, बट स्टिल वी आर एबल टू टेस्ट द फॉर्म, राइट? वी आर एबल टू सी द शेप ऑफ द camera, right? So these are some pros and cons of different prototyping tools and material. So we will not play all the videos considering the time we have. Okay, at the last we'll see if we get some time, we'll talk about some more examples. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen to wrap up my content or my part. Okay, let me, okay, ठीक है. So I won't play the video, so you can see in this screen. Mank, are you able to see my screens? Yeah. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
the we have talked about we have seen, yeah, just give me this online interaction and all now quite. Yeah, so this is a paper prototype, we have seen the example, and this is foam prototype. Okay, and this is again a cardboard prototype, we have talked about this example. Again, this is another example of a cardboard only. This is again form. So these are some example of different prototyping tools, or I would say, sorry, these are some examples of the prototyping materials, I would say. Okay, This is 3D printed base prototype. Hope all of you are aware of 3D printer. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, and this is the 1:1 prototype of a private jet. 1:1 means the exact size of the private jet we are or they have developed to test other aspects or all the features of the product or of the private jet. So that's why we are saying 1:1. ये छोटा नहीं बनाया साइज में, जो एग्जैक्ट साइज होगा वही साइज का प्रोटोटाइप भी है. That's why we are saying 1:1. ठीक है. And this is the CAD models, CAD model of a log, CAD model of a bicycle, to again see form कैसा दिखेगा, what would be the parts, number of parts. Even we can count the number of parts with the help of this virtual prototype as well, right? We can also simulate this virtual prototype कि ये log कैसे होगा, ठीक है? How is it going to work, ठीक है? So these are some features of virtual prototype. And then if I talk about the another example, this is junk modeling. Junk modeling means basically any stuffs you are getting around you, like it could be water bottle, tissue paper, a dustbin or anything. With the help of these junks, you are going to create something useful. Okay, so this is the example of junk modeling. And again, this is Lego kits, we call it, or construction kits. So like yeah, so we do create prototypes with the help of Lego kits as well to test a few features, or all the features. Like यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो, we are testing the layout of the building, right? And this is not 1:1. This is like a scaled down version of the building. Okay, so यहाँ पे still you can see, okay, where should be the flow of the air, light कहाँ से आना चाहिए, where should be the placement of the doors and windows and other steps, where should be the parking and all, like. So this is 1:1 prototype. So definitely we can test these features, right? And here you can see kind of helmet for safety purpose. We can test, we can create a prototype with the help of Lego kits. And फिर finally अगर ये success होता है, then we'll go with the final product. ये virtual reality से related है. So virtual reality में basically क्या होता है, we do use head mounted display. We do develop digital prototypes in virtual environment. So you can say this person is seeing this car inside this headset. Okay, so he is creating this model of this car. Okay, so again virtual reality का benefit ये है कि आप एक डिजिटल वर्ल्ड में आप पूरा सिमुलेट कर सकते हैं चीजों को, ठीक है? So it will like look like the real car. Maybe it is not possible in the real situation. Maybe it will be more, must it will be very expensive to create this kind of virtual model in real situation. That's why we do use virtual reality wala system. Okay, so these are some examples of different prototyping tools and materials. Okay, so I will wrap up with the this part. Which one do you think is the fastest to make?
I think junk modeling.
So I think foam modeling would be easier,
Okay.
and as well as it is
Okay.
like
Foam or a
bit
logo, Lego one.
realistic.
Okay.
Lego modeling
Okay.
is easier.
Sir, I think if we have money, we can go with AR or VR because it will not be so much time consuming. And in the one hand, we can get all the, limitations and the further advantages that we want to get because it provides
Right.
scale and size.
Right. So I would say you, so based on the purpose, whatever you want to do it. Okay. L- Let's say if you want to test the form, then I would recommend you to use cardboard. Okay. So don't say it, okay, I will use cardboard, I will use CAD and all. मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि if you want to test, let's say, form and all, go with cardboard, start with some, cheap material and all, then you can proceed ahead. Okay, so like that you have to decide. So one last thing I would like to cover. So whenever have to develop a prototype, first you have to define objective and requirements. Like what are you going to, what are the objectives for your design problem? Okay, what are the requirements for you? Okay, let's say you have to test the functionality of the design. So once you start with objective and the requirements, you do develop ideas. You can see some ideas of the wristwatch. You come up with multiple sketches and all. And as I said you, we do develop a
Sir,
prototype to
is the
test
first
these
step
ideas.
of
Yeah.
So is the first step of prototype strategies ideate and sketch?
Yeah. Obviously, we have to start with the ideation only. We have to come up with these sketches, and then only we should move ahead to the coming up with the prototype. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है. Yeah. So that's all I would like to cover. So quickly, if I have to summarize, हमने discuss किया prototype क्या होता है, क्यों बनाते हैं, what are the tools and materials we do use to come up with a prototype, and quickly I have tried to communicate कि how what are the steps to come up with a prototype. First, we need to identify objective and requirements, ideate and sketch, and come up with the prototype to test our features, right? Apart from these, I do have some contents, but I'm not going to discuss it now. I would be happy to share these slides. And one more thing, I would be happy to share this with in person, because this online interaction and all, I'm not able to, see all of you. I'm not able to communicate properly. So I would be happy to welcome all of you at IIT Delhi. Please do visit, and we'll be having more, interactive sessions. Yeah, all the best. So now we'll move to the Mayank session, and he will let you know. Okay, हमने प्रोडक्ट बना तो लिया, टेस्ट कैसे करेंगे, ठीक है? मैंने बात किया है कि ठीक है, वी विल टेस्ट और दिस फीचर एंड ऑल, वो बताएगा कि आपको करना कैसे है, ठीक है? So thank you so much for joining us, and at the end if we get the time, we'll be happy to answer all of your doubts. Mayank, yeah.
Uh, Hello, all of you.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hi, hello. Let me share my screen. So, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Uh, ठीक है. So, Shivam has covered what is prototype. Okay. Why do we make prototypes? Okay. How do we make prototype? And the types of prototypes, right? Virtual prototypes, physical prototypes, right? Now I will cover how do we test these prototypes, both physical prototypes and virtual prototypes, right? अभी तक जितना पढ़ा उसमें कोई डाउट?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So beginning with testing physical prototypes. So the first method to test physical prototype is in-store simulation. You remember what physical prototypes are, right?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
वर्चुअल प्रोडक्ट्स के भी फिजिकल प्रोटोटाइप्स होते हैं, ठीक है? जैसे वायर फ्रेम्स थे एप्लीकेशंस के, which the video Shivam showed, right? You drag it through that screen, है ना? So that was a physical prototype of a digital product. और फिजिकल प्रोटोटाइप और फिजिकल प्रोडक्ट्स के तो होते ही है, ठीक है, राइट? वो जो आपको क्ले का मॉडल बताया था, और वो डाइसन वाला you might have seen, right? So in-store simulation of what you do is you create multiple prototypes, right? Not necessarily, I mean, like एक single prototype से भी काम हो सकता है, and you place it in a store-like environment, a gallery, and you allow people to come there and use those prototypes, right? Interact with them, and you notice their behavior. How do they use those prototypes? Okay, like how they are interacting with them, and based on your observations, you will be able to find out their pain points and pleasure points. Okay, what do they like, what do they dislike about those prototypes? Okay, any doubt in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No,
Coming
sir.
to the second method, which is a focus group discussion, in which you gather a small group of people, right? Preferably from a diverse background. Okay? All of them will discuss the various features of your prototypes, like for example, what its functionality is, like what its form is, what its fit, what its comfort is, right? And based on their feedback, you will make modifications in your prototype, right? So this group is called a focus group, and they will discuss about the prototype, hence the focus group discussions. Okay. The third method is called a field observation or ethnography, right? So what you do is that you give your prototype to a person or your users and allow them to use those prototypes in their own environment. Let them take home, right, to their office. For example, if you have created a water bottle, allow them to take to gym, their office, their home. How do they interact with them, right? How do you use those water bottles? What problems do they face? You will have to observe all of these things, right? So this method is called field observation and ethnography, right? Again, it is a method of testing physical prototype. Okay. And then there is prototype walkthroughs. So in this
Sir,
method,
can you
yeah.
please tell me what ethnography is?
Okay, so ethnography, okay, so what happens in ethnography? So what you do is you go in user's environment, you settle there, right? And I mean like you observe, मतलब पूरे दिन में वो किस तरीके से उस प्रोडक्ट को यूज कर रहे हैं from day to end, and then you in certain point of time you interview them also, interact with the users also, okay? In field observation, you just observe them, but you do not interact with them, okay? Interact with the users, right? Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir. So it's like shadowing.
Uh, See, yeah, field observation can be said that, but not ethnography. Ethnography में interactions हैं, ठीक है? Ethnography में you can question them कि ऐसा क्यों किया, यही क्यों था, ठीक है? But at stipulated point, मतलब कुछ fixed points पे, right? Otherwise, you will just observe them, right? So that is that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hello.
So, what are the things that we like? What are the factors that we can collect by field observation? Like by ethnography, you can collect more or less everything that you want about the product.
Yeah.
But what does field observation give us?
तो लेट्स से कि कोई प्रोडक्ट को किसी एक पर्टिकुलर वे इंटेंडेड है उसके यूज के लिए, राइट? बट द यूजर इज नॉट एबल टू फिगर दैट आउट, है ना? उसको बहुत टाइम लग रहा है उस बॉटल को ओपन करने में, फॉर एग्जांपल, राइट? उस बॉटल में और कोई फीचर है जिसको इंटरेक्ट करने में, फॉर एग्जांपल एक फ़ोन में इंटरेक्ट करने में, कोई एप्लीकेशन रन करने में, या उसको स्टार्ट करने में, किसी किसी एक प्रोडक्ट को स्टार्ट करने में बहुत डिफिकल्टी हो रही है, तो दीज आर द थिंग्स विच यू विल ऑब्जर्व देयर, राइट? कि बहुत ज़्यादा एकदम कंफ्यूज है यूजर, राइट, इन यूजिंग. So these kind of observations you can pick from field observations, and
So
even also
basically,
from
like
ethnography.
okay. So basically, like the fit and the functioning, like are the users using it in the way it is supposed to be used?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Basically functionality only, right? So you are basically testing the functionality only. I mean, like for example, yeah, I mean, you can say fit also. ठीक है? Any doubts?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, in prototype walkthroughs, what happens is that so you take the prototype, you walk your users through the prototype, right? You explain the functionality of the prototype, what the prototype does, how does every feature, every button, right? How it functions, how it operates, right? And then you take the feedback of your users, okay, based on, I mean, like your explanations, right? So this is how you will collect the pain points and pleasure points of the users. Pain point means जहाँ उनको problem face हुई, उनको लगा चीज़ नहीं समझ में आई, ऑपरेट का उसकी फंक्शनैलिटी नहीं समझ में आई, एंड प्लेजर पॉइंट्स जो उनको अच्छा लगा उस चीज़ के बारे में, ठीक है? यहाँ तक कोई डाउट? ये फिजिकल प्रोटोटाइप टेस्टिंग का पार्ट था 4. इन स्टोर सिमुलेशन, फोकस ग्रुप डिस्कशन, फील्ड ऑब्जर्वेशंस एंड एथनोग्राफी, एंड प्रोटोटाइप वॉकथ्रूज. हेलो,
No
किसी को कोई
doubt,
डाउट अभी
sir.
तक?
No,
No
sir.
doubts,
No
no
doubt.
doubts.
Okay. So now coming to testing virtual prototypes, right? So what if you have created a website or a mobile application, let's say, right? And you go about testing it. How would you test it? Okay. अभी तक तो हम physical prototypes को test कर रहे थे. अब हम virtual prototypes को test करेंगे, right? So the first method here is A and B testing. What happens in A/B testing is that you create two different versions of your websites or application, right? And create two user groups, right? One group, let's say, of 50 people, 20 people, and another group of, let's say, 20 people. ठीक है? दो separate 20 people के groups हैं, दोनों को एक को version A दिया, दूसरे को version B दिया, and then allow them to use it, right? And you will observe, I mean, कि कहाँ पे success rate ज़्यादा है. Like for example, if you have created an application, right? जैसे Amazon है, right? So वहाँ पे you have created two different versions of the Amazon page, right? Where people can buy a product and put them in cart, right? Or put a product in cart. जहाँ पे सक्सेस रेट का मतलब है कि हाउ मेनी पीपल आर सक्सेसफुली एबल टू पुट समथिंग इन कार्ट और परचेज इट, राइट? सो जिस पेज पे ये सक्सेस रेट ज़्यादा होगा, दैट पेज इज सक्सेसफुल एंड दैट आई मीन लाइक यू कैन मूव फॉरवर्ड विद दैट पेज, राइट? सो दिस इज ए बी टेस्टिंग. इसका एक वेरिएंट होता है ए बी एन टेस्टिंग, राइट? व्हेन देयर आर मल्टीपल सच प्रोटोटाइप्स, राइट, नॉट जस्ट टू, then it is called an A/B/N testing. Okay, so here's an example. For example, if you want to create an application or a website, uh, event registration wala website, right? And you have two versions. In one version, the button for the registration is at the top, and in the another version, the button is at the center, right? Let's say 50 students use A version, and there are only successful registrations, and 50 people use version B, 40 successful registrations. So that the second one works better. So you can move forward with that. So this is how you will test the virtual prototype there, right? Another method is called guerrilla testing. The difference between the previous method and this method is that the key thing about this method is random testing with random people, right? You create a prototype, go to a cafeteria or a mall, okay, stand there, and allow random people to just use it, right? And this will give you very generic pain points, okay, not specialized pain points, generic pain points. I am not able to find the registration button, I am not able to navigate through this page, I'm not able to find the menu, etc., right? So यहाँ पे आपको generic pain points बहुत ज़्यादा मिलेंगे. So the examples which I have listed here is like, for example, if you have to if you have created a, let's say, a school timetable app, and you have to find the class schedule, right? So you give it to random students and just ask them to find their class schedule. 3 of them enter the wrong menu, 2 are unable to even find their own class. So you learn that the app is not easy to navigate, right? So this is how you find the pain points related to your application or your virtual prototype, right? Then there is first click testing. Yeah, sorry, hello. Is there any question? Hello.
No, sir.
Okay. So first click testing, first click, as the name suggests, you observe where the user clicks first, right? What I mean by that is that when you give your prototype to your user, okay, you tell them, you will just observe them, okay, कि how, let's say registration वाला ही problem है, right? और let's say यहाँ पे pizza ordering का एक problem है, right? कि if there is a food delivery app and the task is to order a pizza, ठीक है? So if the user is able to click on the order button for in the very first attempt, then it is a clear design. और अगर वो कहीं और क्लिक कर रहा है प्रोफाइल पे, मेन्यू पे, उसको नेविगेट करना पड़ रहा है और वो ऑर्डर वाला बटन उसको नहीं दिख रहा है, तो then the design is confusing, right? So the order may not be visible, order button may not be visible enough, right? That is the conclusion. So you may want to shift it somewhere, maybe increase its visibility somehow, right? उसका font size बढ़ा के, उसको button को बड़ा करके, और maybe color change करके, or in some other way. So that is first click testing, right? That is another method. So any doubt till now? Any doubt in this method?
No, sir.
No, sir.
And yeah, hello. Yes.
So in the previous slide,
Yeah.
so like you said that to increase the visibility of the button, is the first click testing mainly used to check visibility, or is there any other factors there?
There can be other factors also. I mean, visibility was just the concern in this example, right? I mean, maybe, I mean, like, see, I mean, maybe the position of things, or let's say the navigation itself might be confusing in some cases, right? So the people cannot identify, like first click का मतलब है कि एक टास्क में फर्स्ट क्लिक किया, ठीक है, मे बी वो सक्सेसफुली फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में फर्स्ट क्लिक कर दिया और ऑर्डर पे चले गए, लेकिन उसके बाद मान लो पेमेंट करनी थी, वहां पे नहीं पता चल रहा है, राइट? तो नेविगेशन वाला भी इशू हो सकता है, राइट? आई मीन, जरूरी नहीं है कि हर केस में विजिबिलिटी इशू हो. Okay.
Okay, sir. So, and one more doubt I had.
Yeah.
So in the ABN testing,
Yeah.
is there a need for the users to be separate? Like, for
Yeah,
example,
users has
version
to
A
be
and
separate.
version B.
Yeah, users has to be separate. I mean, separate versions will have separate set of users.
So, like, what is the significance of that? Like,
So
why
otherwise,
such?
the version they have used first will bias their, I mean, understanding, I mean, of the second button, you know, in that case. So वो अगर उसको उनको आदत हो गई होगी कि उनको पता होगा कि लेफ्ट कॉर्नर में बटन था तो वो वहीं पे ढूंढने की कोशिश करेंगे, काइंड ऑफ, समझ रहे हो?
Okay, sir.
So they will, I mean, that design will confuse them unnecessarily.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah. So the last method, which is think aloud testing. So in think aloud testing, okay. So what you do is that it is again like that prototype walkthrough which we have.
Sir, can you switch to the slide of first click testing for a second?
Yeah. Do you have any doubt?
No, sir. I was just reading the examples. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So in think aloud testing, you will allow your users to use the prototype and they have to just think aloud or speak about what they are thinking, what they are planning to do next, what they are trying to do, right? These kind of things. So this will help you identify their pain points and pressure points, what they are going through, where they are confused, right? What mistakes they are making. So you will have be able to figure out this through their through what they speak, right? So, for example, in the example which I have is of a music app. Okay, so the task is to play a song, and let's say the user says, "Where's the play button?" or "This is confusing. I will try it this way." Right? So you will this gives you an idea that the button is hard to find, right? And the labels are unclear. So this is how you can find the pain points and then make improvements based on that, right? To improve your product. Any doubt in this? Think aloud testing.
No, sir. So,
Any doubt in any of these methods? I mean, like physical prototypes, virtual prototypes. दोनों में four methods मैंने cover किए अभी तक.
no,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Okay, ठीक है. So this was my last slide. Thank you so much. If you have any other questions, you can ask. I mean, any questions?
Like, so other than these methods, can there be more methods to test our prototypes?
Yeah, there are methods like system usability testing, NASA TLX, but they are much complicated methods, right? So I mean, like these methods we use in our researches, right? So I did not intentionally cover it because I mean, like I was told they are school students, and I mean, like I have to take the simpler methods.
Okay, sir.
You can look for these methods, right? So I mean, they will really help you test the usability of your digital prototypes, digital products even, right? कि वो अपनी intended functionality को fulfill कर भी पा रहा है कि नहीं कर पा रहा है, usable है कि नहीं है, usability and utility, right?
So could you name the methods again?
Okay, so one is
The
system
ones you're
usability
talking about.
testing, SUS, system usability testing.
Okay.
System usability scale, sorry, system usability scale, SUS, right? It helps in system usability testing. And the another one is NASA TLX, NASA TLX.
Okay.
Okay. और फिजिकल प्रोटोटाइप्स का टेस्ट करने का एक वन ऑफ द मोस्ट फेमस मेथड्स इज हैव यू हर्ड ऑफ एंसिस?
Of what?
या कैड मॉडल बनाते हैं एंसिस में टेस्ट
Sir,
करते
I
हैं.
have. Sir, I
हाँ.
have.
Yes,
So
sir.
that is one of the most famous methods, right? I mean, like if you have a CAD model of a physical product, okay, हाँ, yeah, physical product, and then you can जैसे वो वैक्यूम क्लीनर का मॉडल था, you can test in ANSYS, okay, उसकी लोडिंग के टेस्टिंग, ट्विस्टिंग के टेस्टिंग, any kinds of fluid mechanics and all those things. So that is what.
And even you can use Fusion 360 as well. So in Fusion 360, you can design as well as you can test all the features. So that's
Yeah,
the
I mean, हाँ, it has ANSYS integrated there. I mean, like वो ANSYS वाला जो feature होता है ना, वो उसमें में integrated है. That's why the name is Fusion 360. Any other questions?
Yeah. So any questions for both of us? Do you have any questions? So if we have time, then we would be happy to know like what are your projects? What are you going to do how are you going to develop a prototype? What prototype are you going to develop? Maybe one of you or two of you can share meanwhile.
Sir, may I?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Sir, my problem was that farmers in India cannot test their soil to find out the nutrient deficiency because the soil
Mm-hmm.
testing institutes are not affordable or accessible to the villages where the farmers reside. So I am so
Mm-hmm.
the my proposed solution was to build a test card that has different chemicals imbibed in different strips, and
Mm-hmm.
when this card is dipped into water which is soil which is mixed in water, it changes color to show the level of deficiency and if the chemical is deficient or not.
I see. So how did you start? नहीं आपने प्रोटोटाइप बनाया अभी? मैं
नो
समझ नहीं
सर,
पाया
अभी तो
इसलिए।
मतलब अभी
हाँ,
तो
ठीक है।
सोल्यूशन प्रपोजल स्टेज में ही चला है ना, तो फिर अभी नहीं बनाया।
राइट। सो आप कैसे बनाने का सोच रहे हैं? अभी लेट्स से हमने जो लेक्चर कवर किए हैं, आपको इसमें कुछ क्लैरिटी आया है कि लाइक हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू थिंक अबाउट इट एट लीस्ट? डिड यू गेट सम आइडिया?
यस सर, आइडिएट वाला स्टेप तो क्लियर है। बिल्डिंग एंड
ठीक
टेस्टिंग
है।
में हमें केमिकल्स वगैरह की जरूरत पड़ेगी, तो उससे पहले आपने जैसा बताया था जंक मॉडलिंग करनी है,
हम्म।
तो वो क्योंकि the prototype that I'm trying to build should also
राइट।
have a reference chart on the packaging so that even illiterate farmers can compare the color to identify the
करेक्ट, करेक्ट।
deficiency. So I think that I should build a junk model or a non-working model first so that I
हम्म।
get the packaging right.
I see. Good. So obviously you can start with some, low cost material, as I said to you before as well, for all of you. And then you can proceed further if you are getting successful outcomes. So you can think about it. Yeah.
Can I share mine?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So, yeah, please tell me your name as well because I'm not able to understand
Oh,
like who is speaking. Yeah.
okay. Okay, my name is Pratyaksh, and
Mm,
for my problem, I came up with the problem. A very common problem in India is potholes and how broken the roads are. Like
mm-hmm,
during the monsoon season, the water gets trapped in concrete and
mm-hmm.
creates small cracks that eventually create large potholes. So
Okay.
the solution I came up for that was self-healing concrete. So there is a bacteria known as bacillus that can
Mm-hmm,
that can use metabolism to eat up nutrients and
mm.
convert those nutrients into limestone to fill up those micro cracks that occur in concrete. And it only needs to be activated, and the way to activate it is water.
I see. So, have you used any structured approaches to develop ideas और मतलब कैसे ideas आया आपके ये सब?
Well, it was mostly based on what I observed because I
अच्छा,
have to
ठीक है.
travel daily to school and then come back home. So I get
Mm-hmm,
stuck in traffic jams a lot. And like once I was coming home by taxi and
mm-hmm,
the taxi driver swerved really hard because there was a huge
mm-hmm.
pothole in front of us.
I see. Okay, ठीक
So
है.
the idea just came to me by observing outside.
Mm-hmm. I see. Great.
Excuse me, sir.
So, would, anyone else would like to say?
Yes,
May I
sir.
share my
May
idea?
I?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Sir,
Please, one
so
by
the
one, any
idea,
of you. Yeah.
yes. So the idea that I was working on was to create a AI-based counseling system or some sort of
Mm-hmm.
system that will actually reduce the stress uh, on students, especially during exams.
Okay. What about PhD students or just 10th, 12th students?
So actually, I've kept the age group from 14 to 23, so that
I
like
see.
14 to 18 is the main focus where there are students who are in 9th, 10th, and 11th and 12th.
Mm-hmm.
And then this system can be like increased so that even PhD students can be benefited from this.
Please do share the outcome with us. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir, may I?
Yes.
Sir, my name is Sanvi, and my problem is to related to that. I don't know, remember the name. Who is
Mm-hmm.
right now? Look, उन्होंने age 14 लिया, but I think I'm in class 10, and my problem was that students are stressed in exams. Uh, Especially class 9 to 12th, because
Mm-hmm.
these years are the productive years. So I am thinking for the app that reduces stress and motivates students for that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a good idea about it?
It is a good idea, but how are you going to start? मतलब आपके ऐप में क्या क्या आप फीचर्स डालोगे? वो आप are you able to collect those features?
यस, मतलब वो ऐप में होगा कि
हम्म.
जो ऐप होगा उसमें यूजर को मोटिवेट किया जाएगा,
Okay.
प्लानर दिया जाएगा, और
Okay.
अ,
So see, to answer this particular question, हम डिजाइन थिंकिंग में किन्हीं ने बोला था ना कि एम्पथाइज फेज होता है, ठीक है? सो एम्पथाइज फेज में हम क्या करते हैं पता है? वी ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द नीड्स एंड रिक्वायरमेंट्स। जैसे आपने अभी मुझे प्रॉब्लम बताया, ठीक है? कि वी आर मतलब यू आर गोइंग टू डेवलप एन ऐप to deal with this situation. Okay. So what should be the features? What could be the features? So for that purpose, we do use empathize phase. आप मुझसे बात करोगे, you will talk with n number of students, and you will try to understand what are their problems, and then based on their problems, pain points, and all, you will find the requirements, needs, and then you will solve or you will try to mitigate those problems. So ऐसे करके आप वो ऐप में incorporate कर सकते हो. Hope you are getting my point, right?
yes, I have also discussed many of my friends and classmates.
Hmm.
They're telling me that they have a pressure, and their parents compare with other students that देखो उनके बच्चे ने इतना लाया, तुम भी इतना लाओ। तो
Right.
इस वजह से बच्चे बहुत स्ट्रेस हो जाते हैं। अभी मेरे कुछ दिन पहले मंथली टेस्ट चल रहे थे। मैं खुद टेंस थी, मेरे फ्रेंड्स भी टेंस थे, तो इस वजह से मेरे को ये आइडिया भी थोड़ा लगा कि होना चाहिए।
Right. So, see, हर डिजाइन इज लाइक नॉट अ परफेक्ट डिजाइन, एंड इवन सभी डिजाइन में कुछ ना कुछ फीचर्स होते हैं. सो डेफिनेटली वी कैन स्टार्ट विद समथिंग, ठीक है? सो यू कैन गो विद दिस प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट, एंड यू कैन रिजॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम, and definitely it would be helpful for others, even like us, maybe PhD students, right? So anyone else wants to share,
Samaya,
or should we? Yeah, yeah, please. I
uh,
do have some time, so yeah.
Sir, my name is Raj Hazarika.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I have created a web app for STEM learning.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, can I open the camera? I want to show
Yes,
you.
please.
Okay.
No, not this time. We'll discuss it later. We'll wrap up. Acha.
Like I
ठीक है.
create a app. 1 second. Like this is the atomic structure model.
Mm-hmm.
Students can interact with showing hand gestures like this.
Mm-hmm.
And
So इसका पर्पस क्या था? क्यों
इसका
बनाया? फिर से
पर्पस
बताओ.
का पर्पस मतलब एजुकेशन को एक्सपीरियंस बनाना है.
अच्छा, ठीक है, समझा.
Like we
ठीक है.
can control it with hand gestures like Tony Stark. And
एंड कैसे बनाई ये?
ये ये हैंड जेस्चर्स के लिए मीडिया वाइब यूज किया है, और ये
अच्छा, ठीक है.
कोडेड है, और इसके लिए रिएक्ट यूज किया,
हम्म.
लाइक फॉर
ठीक.
फुल डिपेंडेंसीज,
ठीक है. ठीक
लाइक
है. ग्रेट.
दिस इज द सोलर, like teachers can explain students that this is the solar system, this is the sun, this is
Right.
the, and like that.
Right. So okay. So let's. मतलब I got some ideas from all of you. let me understand one thing. All of you are from same school or kya scene hai? I'm not able to get this part. Aniket, maybe you can, help me to understand this. Are they from the same school or
No,
coming from
sir, we are
different
not from
schools?
the same school.
Sir, I
We
am
are
Mm-hmm.
from all over India.
I see. Okay.
Some are
ठीक
from
है.
Kerala, some are from Maharashtra, some are from Delhi. Like,
I see. Okay. So,
So program
yeah.
में is there, so it is the phase one of the program in which from across India is 10 to 12 के बच्चे उनको
Okay.
ऑनलाइन उनके फाउंडेशनल उनके सेशंस पे उनके डिजाइन थिंकिंग पर बेस्ड हर एक स्टेज पर लेकर जहां पर आज
Mm-hmm.
फिनिश हो गए नाउ अकॉर्डिंग अब उन्होंने जो फेज वन में जो सीखा है एंड
Mm-hmm.
ऑल्सो उनके जो आइडियाज है उनके उसके
Mm-hmm.
बेसिस पर हम अराउंड 150 हम बच्चों को आईआईटी के हम कैंपस में हम लेकर आएंगे फेज टू में फ्रॉम 18
Okay.
टू 18 टू 23 में जहां
Okay.
पर उनको अपने आइडियाज पे आगे आगे रिसर्च करना होगा एंड उनके
Mm-hmm.
प्रोटोटाइप्स उनको उनको करने होंगे उनको बिल्ड एंड उस फेज के बाद 6 महीने में इम्प्लीमेंटेशन फेज होगा जहां पर उन सॉल्यूशंस को इम्प्लीमेंट उनको करना होगा उन आइडियाज को
I see. Great. So, I'd be happy to, see some of your 150 from this, right?
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay, at IIT Delhi. So, please do let me know. If I am there, I will be happy to see you all in person. Okay. And
Sure.
hope you guys enjoyed this session. And if you have any question, please write to me. Maybe I can, how should I?
Sir,
Okay, let me write.
if you have some time, actually two
Yeah.
participants have raised their hands. If you have a little time,
Yeah,
Shobhan,
yeah. So, what are their queries?
Divij
Definitely,
and
I
Shobhan,
can.
Yes, sir. Sir, may I?
please go ahead.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Yeah.
So, my name is Sanskar Tiwari. सर तो हमारा एक प्रोटोटाइप
Yes.
था कि लाइक हम देखते हैं कि मूवीज वगैरह में कि हम सोचते थे कि हम पानी से कार चलाएंगे ऑटोमोबाइल्स की तरफ जाएंगे सो हम लोगों ने एक H2 वर्जन
Mm-hmm.
निकाला था यू नो द टोयोटा
Mm-hmm.
मिराई जो अभी बीच में बहुत न्यूज में भी आई थी H2 से वर्क करती है एंड ऑल सो उसी
Right.
लेवल पे था बट हम लोग उसमें फ्यूल सेल एलजी पीजो इलेक्ट्रिक सिस्टम्स एंड यूज ऑल वो सब यूज करते हैं तो मेरा तो
Mm-hmm.
जनरल प्रोटोटाइप था स्टार्टिंग में वॉज लाइक 3D मॉडलिंग कैड एंड ब्लेंडर पे बना हुआ था बट हम
Mm-hmm.
जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ते गए तो हम लोगों को एक इश्यू आया कि हम प्रोटोटाइप रियल लाइफ में कैसे लाए क्योंकि इट्स वेरी हार्ड कि हम एक फ्यूल सेल को बनाए इट्स वेरी हार्ड
Right.
ये इसके लिए हाई लेवल लैब्स लगते हैं और ये काफी हद तक आगे भी बढ़ चुका है तो कैन यू गाइड
Mm-hmm.
अस कि हम लोग अब 3D मॉडल से रियल लाइफ मॉडल्स में कैसे जाए क्योंकि इट्स वेरी हार्ड कि एक वाटर स्टोरेज टैंक HHO किट फ्यूल सेल एनर्जी हार्वेस्टिंग सिस्टम ये सब एक सिंगल सिस्टम में कॉम्प्रोमाइज कैसे किया जा सकता है
Right. So, if I have to answer it quickly, आप वर्चुअल प्रोटोटाइप बना लिए सो आई वुड रिकमेंड यू टू कम अप विथ स्केल डाउन प्रोटोटाइप. ठीक है. आप उतना बड़ा नहीं बना सकते हो. आप स्केल डाउन बना लो. ठीक है. और आपको जो भी फीचर्स टेस्ट करना है आप टेस्ट करो. अगर सही चलता है तो फिर आप उसको वही 1:1 बना लेना. सो आपको बनाना तो होगा. इसका कोई मतलब शॉर्टकट नहीं है. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट. हेलो.
Okay, so thank you for recognizing me, and I'll keep it very short. Of course, we are on time, running late. Okay, so while last year when Delhi was choking with air pollution, I was interning at Indian Youth Congress. तो उस टाइम हमने इसी चीज़ पर काम करा था कि इसको पॉलिसी के थ्रू कैसे हम इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं. तो उस टाइम हमने साइंटिस्ट को रीच आउट करा था. वी रीच आउट टू 10 साइंटिस्ट अलग अलग पॉल्यूशन के डोमेन में. And there was this one scientist we reached out to. I'm not able to recall the name because but उन्हें हमने reach out करा था for air pollution, and हमने उनके insights लिए थे. And after that हमने उनसे schools and hospitals जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा वहाँ पे हम efficient तरीके से air purifiers को install कर सकें, because on ground this problem को हमें ground से ख़त्म करने में time लगेगा. But अभी जो सबसे ज़्यादा अफेक्ट हो रहे हैं, दिल्ली के स्टूडेंट्स हो गए, दिल्ली के पेशेंट्स हो गए, हमें उनके लिए भी सोचना है.
राइट.
तो
राइट.
हमने उनसे पूछा कि व्हाई इज इट नॉट फीजिबल, हम एयर प्योरीफायर्स क्यों नहीं लगा सकते। तो उन्होंने काफी हमें इंसाइट्स दिए उस चीज पे। देन हमने एक सर्वे भी कंडक्ट करा था फॉर 120 स्कूल्स में। हमने वो सर्वे कंडक्ट करा है ऑल अक्रॉस इंडिया। एंड उनसे इंसाइट्स लिए कि स्टूडेंट्स का क्या ओपिनियन है इस चीज पे, क्या मैनेजमेंट क्या फ्रिक्शन क्रिएट कर रहा है। एंड उन सब में देन मैंने एक लिटरेचर रिव्यू पर भी काम करा था। आई टुक हेल्प फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम आईआईटी बॉम्बे जो बायोटेक डिपार्टमेंट में है। आई पर्सनली इन पीसीएम तो मैंने थोड़ा टेक हैंडल करा था। आई ऑल्सो टुक हेल्प फ्रॉम माई फ्रेंड जो इकोनॉमिक्स में, ताकि हम एक इकोनॉमिक मॉडल डिजाइन कर सके। एंड जो हमारे पास कॉस्ट आया था इट वाज जस्ट अराउंड 433 रुपीज पर स्टूडेंट पर ईयर, जिसमें आप एक एयर
Okay.
प्योरिफिकेशन सिस्टम पूरे स्कूल में इंस्टॉल कर सकते हो। एंड दिस इज वन ऑफ द प्रोटोटाइप्स आई मेड। ये तो यूट्यूब से एक डीआईवाई देख कर बनाया था मैंने। दिस लाइक जस्ट एन
Okay.
एग्जॉस्ट फैन एंड हेपर 13 फिल्टर पर एग्जॉस्ट लगाया था जस्ट टू लाइक जस्ट फॉर माई रूम। तो इसमें दो इट इज नॉट कंट्रीब्यूटिंग टू द ओवरऑल प्रोजेक्ट दैट आई एम वर्किंग
So,
ऑन, बट आई डू वांट योर इनसाइट्स ऑन इट कि क्या ये एक्चुअली फीजिबल है, क्या ये हमें करना चाहिए। क्योंकि इंस्टीट्यूशंस में दिस इज रियली चीप अगर हम इसको कॉस्ट डिवाइड करें स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में।
हाँ, डेफिनेटली करना चाहिए। अभी तुम मुझे प्रोटोटाइप दिखाए ना, और ये काम कर रहा है ना, हाँ, तो
राइट।
बिल्कुल करना चाहिए, आगे बढ़ना चाहिए, मार्केट में लाना चाहिए। आई वुड रिकमेंड यू टू टेस्ट विद मोर यूजर्स, आई वुड से।
यस।
आप इसको थोड़ा सा और इफिशिएंट बना सकते हो। लेट्स से अभी एक्यूरेसी आपका, फॉर एन एग्जांपल आई एम सेइंग, आई डोंट नो द करेक्ट नंबर, मे बी 60%। आप उसको थोड़ा इम्प्रूव करो, देन यू कैन कम इनटू द मार्केट। डेफिनेटली कर सकते हैं। एंड तुम्हारे पास, आपके पास ऑलरेडी अभी प्रोटोटाइप है भी। सो यस, आंसर इज यस।
आई थिंक वन ऑफ द मेन थिंग दैट आई एम लुकिंग फॉर फ्रॉम मेटामॉर्फोसिस इज जस्ट कि मैं इस चीज को बहुत एक्यूरेट कर सकूं, बिकॉज वी डोंट नो कि ये क्लासरूम में हमें कितने एयर प्योरीफायर्स लगाने पड़ेंगे। मैंने फिलिप्स और पोवे को आउटरीच करा था फॉर दिस। एंड इफ यू आर अवेयर अबाउट इट, दिल्ली में दो स्कूल्स हैं, सचदेवा रोहिणी एंड मैक्सफोर्ड पितमपुरा। इन दोनों स्कूल्स को हमने
ओके।
आउटरीच करा था। उन स्कूल से हमने बात करी थी कि आपका क्या ओपिनियन है एंड क्या आप इस मॉडल को अडॉप्ट करोगे। एज हमने एक बिजनेस पर्सपेक्टिव से उन स्कूल्स को आउटरीच करा था। एंड इट इज ऑल्सो नोबल थिंग जो ऑफ कोर्स स्कूल्स में एयर प्योरीफायर्स इंस्टॉल करना। तो हमने उन स्कूल्स को आउटरीच करा था, दो वी वर नॉट एबल टू क्लोज एनी डील्स और समथिंग, बट हमने जो लाइक प्राइसेस वगैरह लिए, हमें अभी भी वी आर नॉट श्योर अबाउट इट क्या ये एक्चुअल क्लासरूम में वर्क करेगा या नहीं करेगा।
Right. So definitely, because you are not sure about it, you have to become sure. Okay, you have to be sure, right? So आप इसको क्लासरूम में टेस्ट करो, ठीक है? स्कूल को कनेक्ट करना ही होगा, नो अदर ऑप्शन। गेट द रिजल्ट्स एंड मार्केट स्टडी कर लो कि बाकी चीजें, बाकी एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोडक्ट से आपका प्रोडक्ट कितना अच्छा है, विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू एवरीथिंग, लाइक प्राइस के टर्म्स में, फंक्शनैलिटी के टर्म्स में, इफेक्टिवनेस के टर्म्स पे। एंड डेफिनेटली आपको आगे बढ़ना चाहिए। सी ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर योर फ्यूचर।
थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच।